Welcome to the collapse of our economy. DJ Wonder Chrissy here for you. Let me get over into the camera. What's going on with the camera today? I don't know. Let's see if we can get a little bit better there. There we go. There we go. There we go. Maybe, maybe not. There we go. Let me move over. There. Oh, maybe. There we go. DJ Wonder Chrissy here at it. It is Tuesday, May 14th. Here to talk about moolah. Talk about the moolah in your life. There we go. Got a good show for you today. Let's bring down the music and get it on with the show. There you go. It's Tuesday, May 14th, and this is Land Cruiser Midwest. Go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. Share this like the Dickens, folks. Gotta share and get this news out. We're talking about inflation today. I still don't... Where can I... Need to get in the screen here properly. Joey's crowding me out. Joey Bergen is crowding me out. There's the Chippendales. It's okay for them to crowd me out. But anyway, let's talk about inflation. The PPI came in today. The CPI is coming out tomorrow. PPI, the Producer Price Index, was not good news. It rose 0.5% for the month. They were expecting 0.3%, so it almost doubled. And stock market took a little bit of a hit. It's like at zero. It's flatlining today because with the news like that, they're expecting that rate increases or rate decreases are off the table for the year, which, Wall Street's been hanging on the hopes of a rate increase after, there's people calling for a rate increase to stop this inflation. Inflation is raging once again, folks, and we want to make sure that it doesn't take off, and it's possible. Remember, we were at 9% just when Joey Bergen took office. Right after he took office and he dumped a couple $1 trillion into our economy, it showed up 9%, which I saw a video that said if they compared it, see, people are trying to compare this inflation to 1970s. It's apples and oranges, folks. They've changed the computation, the algorithm, the way they calculate it in the 90s. But there are people that went back and tried to use the old equation that they used in 1970. And they said if we utilize that old way of calculation, that 9% would have translated into almost 20%. 19.8, I believe. So whether you believe it or not, we had double-digit inflation just a year and a half, 2 years ago. And we may be headed back to that. And keep in mind that the numbers that they use today are so muted, you might as well double them and to get the number that you're looking for. So they like the new algorithm because it keeps the numbers nice and low when they're really not. Do you really think that? Do you really feel inflation's at 3.5% right now? or do you feel it's more like 7%? I'm in the later category. And just to show you, I mean, we just got my real estate taxes today, folks, in the mail from the county assessor. So yeah, my taxes, real estate taxes here went up $570 this year. Better than I expected. I expected more, but still it's an increase, and I kind of wonder what they do with all this money. It's crazy. It's crazy. My only satisfaction is there's people that have more expensive houses than I do around here, and they're paying more than I am. And how they're not pissed is a question I just can't explain. So there you go. So it came to, I'm now paying like $8,700 a year in taxes to our wonderful county and school districts and library districts, the village, you name it, we're paying them. We're paying through the nose. $8,700, and they're kind enough to give us the 2-payment plan. So we got to pay sometime in June and then again towards September, I think. So you get to make 2 payments, double the fun. Yeah. Yeah, so I hope you guys have been saving your money for your real estate taxes. Inflation is here to stay. I'm sorry to say that inflation is here to stay. It's only going to go up, and then what's going to happen with you know, when they start calculating taxes for next year and they add in all the illegal migrant expenses that they had out there, what do you think the numbers are going to look like then? I saw in California, Los Angeles, or actually California in general, they can't account for $20 billion. They have no idea in the last 4 or 5 years where $20 billion went for the homeless. They've been spending money like hand over fist, or handing it out to people in the well-to-do crowd, I guess, who started companies to help the homeless. Although the situation has gotten worse in the last 5 years. Go figure. You spend $20 billion on a problem and it gets worse. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? That tells you somebody's not doing their job. They've been giving money out to all these nonprofits and organizations that had contracts to do this and that. They even showed that there was one organization that was giving free alcohol to people who were trying to detox, or they're addicted to alcohol. So they're on the streets. They didn't have any money to buy alcohol, so they created like a bar or something where if you're homeless and addicted to alcohol, you can go and get a couple of drinks per day free of charge. Figure that one out, and the taxpayers paid for it. So you're paying to have vodka shots and whiskey shots given to homeless people in I think it was in San Francisco they did this. Crazy stuff. And it only gets crazier. I think we saw in the news a couple days ago, they're starting to talk more and more about the DNC here in Chicago. They're saying that there's going to have to be some massive training that goes on with the cops, because a lot of the cops that were here for the last, I think it was a NATO meeting in 2012 or something. A lot of those people have retired or moved on. So they're right now, the City of Chicago Police Department is down 2,000 patrolmen. And the ones they have don't have experience in large protests. that they're going to see here come middle of August, I think, is the DNC. And should be interesting. Should be interesting. You're going to see the type of stuff that happens in New York City and Los Angeles happen here in Chicago. So I hope they're ready. I hope they're ready, and I have no plans on going downtown this summer. I really don't. Things just keep getting worse there. It's unraveling faster and faster. Every month that goes by, Brandon loses his control of whatever control he has. Now they're calling for the governor, Jelly Belly, our governor, Jelly Belly, and Brandon and 19 of the aldermen are calling for the resignation of the head of the CTA. It seems like the head of the CTA, whenever they call him in to, deliver an update or talk to some problems that they're having, he conveniently finds something else to do or is unable to meet in front of the alder people. So I guess they finally got tired of this, and now they're looking for his head. And the CTA, Chicago Transit Authority, so he's in charge of all the buses, the trains that run, the elevated trains, the subways, and I think that's it. And I think they had some money that disappeared, or they're way over budget, and they weren't watching the budget. So now they're in a bad place, and I think that's the real story behind this. Up until now, a lot of these transportation organizations have been using Jabby Jabby funds. They've been getting money from Jabby Jabby, Uncle Sam. And I think this is the last month. I haven't really got a definitive answer when they're running out, but they're running out last month or this month. And now a lot of these organizations, the ridership is not back to where it needs to be. They still have, low ridership. They got the same schedule that they always had. They're driving around with buses and trains with nobody in them. Crime has gotten rampant on these trains. They're dirty. They smell. I actually have some friends who used to take the blue line. That's the line that goes from downtown Chicago out to O'Hare on a daily basis. And she says that she knows they don't clean these trains for months on end. And the train stations, she says, just stink. She says it's just a bad situation all the way around, and she only uses the CTA and the public transportation because she has to. That's the only way that she had. Otherwise, she would need to purchase her own transportation. So, transportation in Chicago after dark. I think I heard someone say 11 is the new midnight, so you don't want to be out on the dark streets of Chicago or the public transportation after 11, I was told, which I kind of concur with that. It's probably a good idea. So as inflation rages, things just keep getting worse in Chicago. So I hope you're saving. Hope you're stacking this stuff. You're stacking some of this. Yeah, look at that. Look how pretty that is. I think this stuff is. I think today I looked. It's like $28.62, and gold is. It's leveling off. It's like $23.12 or something. I think the last I looked. So you're gonna see gold make another assault on 2,400 soon here. So Maybe after they release tomorrow, the CPI's coming out. It's expected to be hot, just like the PPI. So maybe that's gonna have an impact on some of these other assets. Okay, like this one. There you go. You can buy one of these for like $28.62 now, and then your premium, right? People ask me where I get mine. It's SD Bullion. Great company. Been buying from them for several years, and their premiums are pretty reasonable now. You can get like $1.50 to $3 premium per ounce, which is not bad. And I always buy whatever's cheapest. It's not like I'm buying it for the looks, right? I'm just buying it for the silver content. So if I can get something for $1 over versus $3, I'm going to go for the $1 over. And like you said, I do it on a regular basis, so you got the whole dollar cost averaging built in. Up until now, the last 18 months, it was down to $23 to $25. Now it's kind of broken out. It's in the $27 to $28 range, and getting ready for a break. It's going to go. Silver's going to go with gold. But I think people are saying you're going to see a bigger increase percentage-wise on silver more so than gold. You're going to see silver skyrocket a little bit more than gold, but they'll kind of go along together for the ride. And it's a hedge, folks. It's a hedge. I don't buy it to get rich. I don't expect for it to go through the moon. And when it does go through the moon, it means that we're in a bad situation and this green stuff isn't worth anything anymore. Okay? That's why I buy this, because when I start using this to wipe my little hiney, I'm gonna need something else, and that's when this comes along, and all your barters, your whiskey and wine, alcohol that you have stocked in your basement or your pantry, you're gonna need that stuff. So stock up while you can. Stock up while you can. And I say that realistically. I said, think of where we were 3.5 years ago, folks, and people were just doing this for a hobby. Okay? People were just collecting this stuff for a hobby, and people said that they were crazy for collecting it. There was no need to buy this stuff. Go forward 3.5 years to today, more and more people are buying this stuff than ever before. The sad part is there's only like 1 to 2% of the people in the United States who have any of this stuff. So when this gets lit on fire, right, when this goes to zero, there's not going to be a lot of people that have anything to rely on. And when it comes to barter, there's going to be a lot of upset people who have this and now it's not really worth anything, or it's going to be worth very little compared to other assets such as this. So there you go. There you go. A little word for the wise. I'll mention, it's like the 3 pig scenario, right? Remember the 3 little pigs? This fairy tale that your parents told you when you're a young kid? There's different types of investors and stackers, and you don't want to be the first 2. You want to be the one that built a house made of brick and mortar that's going to withstand what is coming. And it's coming. It's just a matter of time. I can't tell you when it's going to hit, but it's coming. Just like Noah and his ark, right? Noah was building his ark for 100 years, and people weren't listening to him. They said he was crazy. But sooner or later, the rains came, and everyone wanted to get on Noah's ark. And you know what he did? He didn't let anybody on. He just took care of himself and his family, and 2 of every animal he could find, and off he went. So he was prepared. He was prepared, and they thought he was crazy. But anyway, So that's your lesson for today from the DJ. We're talking about the collapse of our economy. This is Land Cruiser Midwest. I am DJ Wonder Chrissy. Check out our channel. We got a lot of shorts out there. Just released some shorts last week or so. Got a couple collapse videos out there. Check those out. Like, share, and subscribe. And I think that's it. I'm out of here. A little music, and we're working our way out of here. See ya!